Hi, thanks for watching this video. Today we're going to be going over the basics of Drupal. We're going to go over how to log into your Drupal website. We're going to add a page. We're going to go through the information that's needed to add a page. And then we're going to go through and edit pages, and I'm going to show you the process for doing that. I hope you enjoy this video. I look forward to providing a very basic website I just threw together for this tutorial. And we're just going to go through and modify some of the information here. Now, as you can tell, there's a few pages up here. There's an About Us and a Home. What we want to do first, before we can do anything else, is log into our Drupal website. Now, as you can see, our domain is LA Dentist. In most cases, since I'm on localhost, you would see a www dot in front of this. So, at the end of your domain, whichever your www dot is, there you would put a / and type in admin to log in as the administrator, or you can simply log in as user, which will log in all users. You'll come to a login screen that'll look something like this. As you can see, since I've been here before, my information is already pre-filled. If I had not been here before, it would be blank. You would want to fill this in with your own information, with your own username and password, which were assigned to you upon creation of the Drupal installation, and log in. Once you log in, you will come to this back-end office. This office is where you will perform all of your duties for updating your website. This is just a very basic landing page. What we want to do is we want to actually administer the website. Over here on the right hand side, you see where it says administer, create content, my account, and log out. What we want to do is actually create content. There's two ways to get there. I could just click on this link here, but since we're doing this full tutorial and I want to show you the real way to do it and the best way to do it, we're going to click on administer. What that does is it brings us into what is known as the administrative theme. In my case, I'm using a theme by the name of Garland. Garland could be replaced by your own theme depending on how your website was developed. Since a lot of people do like to set Garland as their administrative theme, I'm going to do that and do the rest of the tutorial here. Again, here on the left sidebar, we have the same links that were on the right sidebar on our domain or on our outside. So here we can go to our account and edit information such as password, email, etc. We can create content, we can administer the website, or we can simply log out. So what we want to do is actually create a new page. So we're going to create content. That brings us out to our create content links. And as we just said previously, we're going to create a page. Story is an option, and in most cases, if your developer has done custom work for you, you will see other kind of content that you can create. Since we're keeping it simple, we're just going to create a page. That brings us to the create page. Here we're going to give our page a title. In our case, we're going to call this a dummy page. You can have this title be anything. This title that is being typed right now is going to show up at the top of your content. So this title should be pertinent to the information that is going to be found on this web page. Next, we're going to set up the menu settings. And this is where we lose a lot of our customers as far as the process goes on creating content. Now, even though the title might say dummy page up here, we actually want the title in the menu to be products. Now what that's going to do is up here where the pages are, people will see a link that will say products, not dummy pages. The parent item is simply what it states. If you wanted this to be a child, much like you see here on reports, is a parent. Underneath it, you'll see recent log entries, top access denied errors, etc. But since we are making this a primary page, it's going to stay under the primary links, and it's going to be a parent itself. We leave that there. Now the weight actually goes from smallest to highest. So here at the top, you will see a -50, which is first, and somewhere down here is last. So we're going to go ahead and set this to -50. What this is actually going to do is put it here in front of the About Us page when we save it. Here we would type in body of our content. So in this case, I'm going to put this page is actually very smart for being a dummy page. Now the next, and as you can see here, this is what's called a WYSIWYG input. So just like you would in Word, if I wanted to highlight or bold that word, just hit the bold button. You can italicize, you can underline. Anything that you could do in Word, you can do here. You can set unordered list, number ordered list. You can go back. You can create links if you wanted to, add in pictures. You can change the font style, the size. These are default styles, whatever the case is. Now the most important part about this is the input format. You see by default, Drupal puts everything in a filtered HTML input format. Now what this does is it only allows these HTML tags to be outputted. Since we have other tags that we probably want to be outputted, let's do full HTML. That means any kind of HTML code will be outputted. The next setting that we actually want to look at are the comment settings. Now let's say you wanted to have comments on this page. You can let people read and write them. They can read only, which means you'd have to be an administrator to add comments, or you could keep it disabled. Most people keep it disabled, but again, that's your preference. And the final thing we actually look at are the publishing options. You want it to be published so that it actually shows up, but you do not want it promoted to the front page. What that will do is, if you check this box on, the website will actually show up as your home page. And since this is going to be an interior page, we don't really want that. So now we hit save. And voila. As I promised, since we gave it a value of -50, it showed up here first in front of the About Us and the home page. And you can see here's our page title, here's our content, and any other information that we would have inserted would have came in here. But let's just say, hey, I don't really like it being called a dummy page. It's actually a pretty smart page. You simply hit the Edit tab, and you come back into your Create Page settings, all the settings that were set before. And let's actually call this a Smarty Pants page. Now, if we're not going to change anything else, all you have to do is go down and hit save. This is very important. You don't know how many times I've had clients say that they made changes and they're not showing up. A lot of times they forget to hit the save button. So let's say that we actually wanted to edit our homepage content. Again, here are the tabs. It's in the View tab right now. But if we wanted to edit any of this information, we hit the Edit tab. And we come down here and we could start editing the content. Let's say we actually want this to be a San Antonio dentist instead of a Los Angeles dentist. Simply type in the changes, scroll down and hit save. And now the page is set. There you go. Again, I really like doing these videos for people. The more knowledge, the better. And feel free to keep coming back and watching this. Thank you for your time. And until the next video, I will see you guys later.